Zootopia 2 is an awesome sequel. I'm breaking down why it worked, how it stands up to the first movie, and what doesn't work for it when you pass that popcorn. If you haven't seen Zootopia or Zootopia 2, then I highly suggest you do that before you watch this review. After the acting, story, and details, we're getting into the reasons for the rating, which will no longer be spoiler-free.
You have been warned.
Now, let's get this party started.
I mean, really, let's do this, Mother!
First up is acting, which I give a 9 out of 10. The acting in this was great. Judy and Nick's voice actors were just as good in this movie as they were in the first, still bringing that abject charm and personality to their characters even after nearly a decade away from them.
Sly Fox, Dumb Bunny.
Also, what a powerhouse cast, am I right? Ke Huy Quan, Andy Samberg, Brenda Song, Macaulay Culkin. So if the acting hadn't been good, that would have been pretty alarming.
I've heard that voice somewhere before.
Now for the story and script, which I give an 8 out of 10. This was a great story and script that meshed well with the first movie, having the same vibe and giving us another awesome buddy cop adventure.
Nice working with your sister. Anytime, brother.
It also can stand on its own. You don't technically have to watch the first movie, but some scenes will not make sense unless you do. The villains were fantastic too, with a twist I did not see coming.
It was you all along.
Seriously, props for that. Pulling off a good twist in a kid's movie is not easy. The one thing that brings this movie down for me though is the slapstick humor and excess silliness. It feels punched up too much comparatively to the first movie. The original wasn't afraid to lean into that tension, letting the story and the dialogue draw the audience in. But this one sometimes undercuts the emotional moments with goofy humor. It almost feels like the movie doesn't trust the viewers, especially the kids, to stay engaged without constant jokes.
Can you be serious for 5 seconds?
If it had leaned more into the detective cop side of things instead of the kids' movie energy, it could have stood shoulder to shoulder with the first film, maybe even surpassing it. But overall, it was a highly wonderful and rewatchable story.
Let's do that again!
Now for the details, which I give a 10 out of 10. Oh, this movie was gorgeous.
It's so beautiful.
It's a beautifully animated film, untouched by AI. I mean, you can tell. And you can also tell it was made with real thought and care.
The attention to detail is excellent.
Each environment was spot on, and the characters' personalities came through with those little idiosyncrasies and habits that only happen when the animators pay close attention to the actors.
One of the animators was showing me something I do with my mouth.
The visual continuity with the first film was also excellent. The details remained cohesive, and they didn't try to change the art style. They only tweaked it a bit. Disney did it with The Incredibles, and they did it again with Zootopia 2. DreamWorks and Shrek, take notes.
Who's making this stuff?
Here's your spoiler warning, guys, because now we're getting into the reasons for the rating. This movie is billed as a PG family comedy, and that sums it up rather nicely. So let's talk about that.
Sex, baby!
Since the characters are animals rather than humans, the movie gets away with being a little bit more on the nose. So with that being said, the tiger dancers were again a bit suggestive.
That's way too much.
And so were some of the festival goers and the Marsh Market residents. It's not as bold as the nudist colony in the first movie, but it's kind of close.
Drugs and alcohol.
Pina koalas were mentioned. Fun wordplay, but still alcohol.
The gross stuff.
When Judy and Nick ate worms because, you know, when in Rome.
Oh, that is so gross.
And when the snake coughed up the journal.
Time for violence!
Everything here stays within PG territory, though the movie does push the line a bit like in the first movie. It may be a bit intense for some of the younger viewers, so keep that in mind.
That was a little intense.
But because the violence involves animals and we never fear for most of the animals' lives, Disney can get away with more than you'd expect. But there are 5 moments that can be genuinely frightening. One, when Nick gets separated from Judy and ends up in a paddy wagon. He's confronted by a lynx that scratches and threatens him.
Well, that's not good.
Number 2, a lynx stabs Judy with snake venom, paralyzing and nearly killing her. Number 3, within that same scene, Judy has to watch as Nick fights the lynx without being able to move or help.
Oh, yikes.
It's kind of harrowing considering the lynx gets the upper hand, nearly stabbing Nick with the snake venom as well. And lastly, number 4, Nick sacrifices himself to save Judy with the anti-venom,
That makes me cry.
causing him and the lynx to fall off of a roof. Nick is saved, but the lynx falls. And this lynx is one of the scarier Disney villains. Not the most scary, but up there.
And when everyone's super!
Overall, I give this movie a 9 out of 10. Honestly, I might have given this an 8 because the slapstick humor undercuts a lot of the emotional arcs.
Lame!
But I was just genuinely surprised at how good it was, especially considering Disney's track record right now and the fact that this is a sequel. The story stands on its own and is almost as strong as the first film with a fantastic twist that I did not see coming.
Wasn't that just magnificent?
The new characters were also great additions without overshadowing Nick and Judy, and I hope that if Zootopia 3 happens, they keep it that way.
Pops and Wild?
Wild and Hops. The dream team.
Those two are the heart of the series, and keeping them front and center is exactly what made this movie work so well. Overall, overall, I'd happily watch this movie again, and that says a lot.
Wrap that up and give it to a child on Christmas, because we're done.
Hey, don't go yet, there's still more to see. Click right here to see my most recent review on Wicked for Good. Yeah, the movie was technically good, but the story sucked. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and just remember, once you pass the popcorn to me, it's okay to talk, it's okay to text, and I'll see you later.